Welcome to Flute Q&A number 46. This question comes from Benny. And Benny asks, can you share your daily practice routine with me? Yes, I can, Benny. And I'm going to show you in two versions. I'm going to show you the express 5-minute version. And then when I have more time than 5 minutes, which I normally do, I'm going to show you that longer extended version as well. My name is Jane Cavanagh. I'm a flute teacher and I teach flute players how to get faster progress by learning proper flute technique. Because when you know the right way to do something, it's so much easier. So much easier than you can feel straight away that you wish you'd been doing it this right way all along, because you sound better and it's easier to play. Anyway, here we go. Here's my practice routine. Here's the express 5-minute version first. Now, this is what I recommend for you as well, because it's so effective. If you've only got 5 minutes to practice, equally if you've got 5 minutes to warm up, just, before you go and do a rehearsal or something. Let's just call this a 5-minute practice. Take a bar or two of a piece that you're learning, and we're going to turn it into a tone exercise and a finger speed exercise, all in 5 minutes. Okay, let's say that you're learning to play this piece. Otherwise known as Morning Mood by Grieg. Take the first bar and we're going to do the tone exercise first, and then we're going to do the finger speed exercise. Tone exercise first. Take the first 2 notes and make it a tone exercise. Play the first 2 notes and join them beautifully, smoothly. If it's not smooth, if it's a bit clunky, that was very clunky. If it's a bit clunky, make sure you get it absolutely smooth and then extend the second note. On that long note that you're playing the second note, you're going to fine tune the sound. You want to listen to your sound and see if you can get it more resonant than you had it last time you played it. Then, after you've done that once, maybe twice, you do it on the second and third note. You think purely of your sound and you think of a pure sound as well. Then you do it on the third and the third and the fourth note. And if that was a bit clunky, do it again. And then get your purest sound on the second note, the long note that you extend. So that's only halfway through the first bar. So you can do this for 1 or maybe 2 bars, depending on how long your bars are, and more importantly, depending how many notes are in a bar. So just do it for a few minutes. Maybe do 5 or 6 of these long notes, because remember, you've only got 5 minutes. Okay, now the finger speed part of this exercise, we'll go back to the start of the piece, take the first 2 notes, and you're going to see how quickly you can alternate between those first 2 notes, controlled. So you can go random like that, just go back and forward and keep it an even change. If you find yourself clunking, make sure go as slowly as you need to go to make that change smooth. So when I say go for as fast as you can, only go as fast as you can while it's an even change. So let me rephrase the go as fast as you can. Go as fast as you can while keeping the changes smooth and clean. There you go. Then do it with the second and the third note as well. If you find it's getting clunky, it's too fast. If it's clean, push yourself in speed. Then you do it for the next 2 notes. This is an excellent way to practice. Think about tone for a while, then think about finger speed for a while. Now it's all about how you practice. You know how I said about I teach students to get faster progress through learning proper technique? That includes practice technique. So when you practice, I never say just practice more. And I'll never say anything generic like practice long notes. There's always a method behind it. So that was the little, basically the tip of the iceberg, what I showed you there. When I'm talking about fine tune your sound, as in fine tune your ears to listen to your sound, this is the tip of the iceberg. In the Flute Academy, there's a big course called the 45-day flute transformation. There's a module in that course called the magic tone exercise. And we spend 7 days teaching you how to improve your tone by your method of practice. It's not hard and it's not boring. It's actually very systematic and it's very satisfying because you get very, very quick results. When you do this tone exercise for, let's say, 15 minutes, I call it the magic tone exercise, by the end you go, oh my gosh, I actually sound better. You come back the next day, do it again. If you did that every day for a week, or let's say you did it for 7 days, doesn't matter if it's all in a week. By the end of those 7 days, even 5 days, you'll be going, oh my gosh, I want to do this tone exercise every time I play. And in fact, that's what the students in the Flute Academy tend to do. They love this exercise so much. It becomes part of their practice routine because it's so effective. So that's the important part about tone, and the important part about practicing with your fingers and getting your finger speed faster is also about how you practice. A lot of people think that the faster they practice, the better. If they're trying to get their fastest finger, oh my gosh, if they're trying to get their fingers faster. But in actual fact, it's about how you practice. And hearing the exact changes, hearing the cleanliness of the change is super important because that's what you're teaching your fingers. If you go clunky and you go really fast, that's not really teaching your fingers anything but the wrong thing. So anyway, that's the tip of the iceberg with practice technique. I cover it a lot more in the 45-day flute transformation. I'll put a link in case you're interested. Now, that was the 5-minute express practice that I do. If you're interested in a more extended version of how I practice, which Benny, it sounds like you might be interested in, let me tell you exactly what I'm practicing at the moment. So for the last probably month or so when I practice, I've been practicing a Rykit exercise. I'll put a link for you below. You don't have to go and buy this. If you're interested, go for it. This is just what I'm practicing at the moment, and I'll give you some other options of what I'm practicing. Now, this Rykit exercise, it's from a book called 7 Daily Exercises. I was just about to say there's 7 in there, but that's kind of a given, given the title. This is number 4. I have learnt 2 or 3 of these from memory, and I just really like number 4, so I do that. Do what you like. When you're practicing, Benny, do what you like, because if you like it, it's more satisfying, within reason. If you like only playing one note on the flute, that's probably not going to be very helpful for you, but, within reason, do the exercises that you like. So this is Rykit number 4. It starts in C major. Now, I almost ran out of breath because I was talking before it, but I'll do one of those in one breath and then move on to the next key, which is A minor. And it goes through every major and minor key. It takes me about 10 or 15 minutes to do. So there you go. That's what I've been practicing. It's actually not a finger speed exercise. It's more a tone exercise and a phrasing exercise. So that's it. Benny, I'll put a link to the Flute Academy, which includes the 45-day flute transformation course, in case you're interested. Otherwise, good luck with your practice routine. I hope this gave you some insight. Before you go, actually, I would love to know, anyone watching this video, not just Benny, what is your recommendation for a 5-minute flute practice? What would you practice if you only had 5 minutes to practice? I'm interested to know. See you later.